Greetings from Michigan. It is October the 11th of 22, and with this video I would like to just document the condition of my trees after the first frost. So it happened 3 nights ago. Kinda came unexpected. I was expecting actually around 38 degrees. That's what I saw on my phone a couple of days before, or maybe even a day. And then when I woke up that night, I saw my grass white and I knew what's going to happen. So these are my older trees here. I will show you the condition of these trees. Majority of them are fine. They had some of them had some damage on the top leaves, and I will show you what kind of damage that it is. This is, for example, my Figo Preto, and did not have any kind of damage, same as this Craven's Craven. Here is Bass's favorite fig. Had a couple of leaves on the top. They dried out now. Madeira Island Black, same thing. Some of the trees, even same variety, layers differ. This one is Black Madeira KK, has 4 or 5 leaves that are damaged, and then next to it, the one has just a minimal tips on some of the leaves. This Black Madeira KK had no damage whatsoever. Even has one fruit. It's getting there, almost ripe. I will pick it up today actually. You can see that it oozes the nectar. And at this time, there is not enough heat for these to ripen properly, so they will be less jammy, less syrupy, but still edible. Craven's Craven, for example, had no damage whatsoever. It was an older tree. Perhaps the position or where the tree was helped not to have any kind of damage. This is a row with my Italian 258s and more Italian varieties. They had quite a bit leaves, and that's okay. This gives a signal to the trees that dormancy is now coming, and the new chemical reaction will happen now inside of this wood, and this tree will now get ready for dormancy. Usually it happens at this time. Sometimes, last year actually was much later. I would have to check my records. And the next frost day we have now, it is coming in 6 days, according to forecast. This is Petrova Chud that has no damage at all. Same here, a lot of trees. This one is Nordland. Kind of surprised about this one. Has a couple of fruits. They're ripening. Pleasantly surprised with the quality of that fruit, but you can see that it has some damage. And this one here is one that I will do a taste review next. Had no damage, or actually just a couple of leaves. That's Perconis. And there you have older trees that survived. Only few leaves, usually at the top, will be damaged from the frost. Now let's go to my black patch with younger trees and see what kind of damage they had. This is also interesting. My Hardy Chicago in ground, and even they had some leaves bitten by frost. Stella in the back did not have any kind of damage, and here Brown Turkey had some. Nero 600, I believe this variety it is. I received it as a different variety, but everything points out to Nero 600. Great variety. And it's even ripening these fruits. They are pretty much drying now. Very sweet and more on a dry side. Here's Casa di Lazzaro. I placed this tree on the other side of my electric fence not to get eaten by squirrels. And it has one fruit ripening right there. Has a couple of leaves only damaged. And now let's take a look at this area here. Even these older trees had received more damage. You can see that pretty much every tree on this side, and I will think that this happened because of the location. These figs are in the back, you can see now, away from that first location, and they have more shade here. Even now they don't have any sun now. The sun is now traveling at a lower height. For example, this is a variety 7 Lakes that was observed to be very hardy, and it had its leaves damaged. Black Mission, Malta Black, seems to have a lot of leaves bitten by frost. And now let's take a look at my younger trees. Pretty much all of them had leaves at the top damaged. They are drying out now. And this is Cardiel. Now, what I'm interested is in the growth. So this is the growth this year, pretty much everything from here, this point up to the top. And you can see where it lignified so far. So only last 3-4 inches it's not lignified. And I will think that even this portion will be fine. Here you can see the apical bud has a leaf there. They're trying to open right now. And last year I did not have any kind of dieback, major dieback on this growth. The leaves will fall out, maybe this last bud will be damaged, everything else will be fine. I'm also planning to maybe some of these varieties to transfer to my greenhouse on that frost night that we will have. At this point I can only now just possibly remove these leaves, maybe cut them, and let the tree now go in the dormancy. They will be fine. Next year I'm expecting all of these trees now to be at least 5 feet tall, 6, we'll see, possibly even more. I think one video I mentioned that layered trees grow faster, and not always the case. I had cuttings that were able to grow, rooted cuttings that I bought, they grew 8-9 feet in 1 year. So depends on the trees, on the condition, soil, fertilizing. Alright, so this is how they look now. I will make probably another video in a week or two if we have more cold days, more frost. It's kind of interesting here. This is Reculver with no damage whatsoever. That leaf on the bottom maybe a little bit. And this Violeta, it comes from Portugal. Could be one of the strains of Black Madeira. And even this tree, young tree, did not have any kind of damage on their leaves. But we can also see that it pretty much had lignified stem all the way to the top. However, this, what is this now? Nero 600. It's older tree and it has the leaves damaged. So all depends, I think, on a position, maybe on a variety, and it is all fine. Alright, thank you for watching. Have a great day.